For me, it's a chance to the kind of roles that you cast me in when we're doing work for Isaac, it's a chance to sort of revisit and exercise parts of my past. Like there's a bit of darkness there and stuff, and violence and things, like nasty characters, people that I've met myself in my life. It's sort of a chance to sort of bring that onto the screen and have a play around with that.
Hi, it's Johnny from Isaac, and we are up in the treehouse for another episode of Isaac Chats. And today, we are joined by my man and actor, Sammy Fillan. How are we doing, Sammy?
I'm very well, mate.
Sammy Fillan. Welcome to the treehouse. How are we doing, buddy?
I'm very well, mate. You?
Yeah, I'm good, thank you. Thank you for coming down, mate.
Good. You're welcome, mate. Thanks for having me.
I really want to sit you down on the sofa. I've worked with you for quite a while now.
Yeah.
But you've you've come in and out of working on projects with Isaac, some that are up and coming, some that are in the past.
Yeah.
I want to talk a little bit about them experiences. But first of all, what got you into acting? Because you're quite late to the game, aren't you?
Yeah, man. I'm 30 years old now, so very late to the game. Starting going grey and stuff like that. Yeah, I've always wanted to try my hand at acting, but never sort of found a time in my life where I could actually get into it, you know?
Yeah.
And then just a few years ago, sort of started to turn things around, make a bit of a better go of my life. I've got my fiance to thank for a lot of that.
Ooh, Mary in the house.
Yeah, and she sort of encouraged me to come to some YSA acting classes, which is where you were teaching, obviously, where we met, innit? So, and that's basically how we got into it.
You better fucking sort this out, Carl. Because if you don't, I'm gonna murder the pair of you. And then, I'm gonna go after your families. Do you understand? Do you fucking understand? Yeah.
I'm right into this, kind of like turning those kind of like negative parts of his lives into positives.
Yeah.
You know, like kind of
yeah.
like, do you know what I mean? You've seen that in the forefront, and you're putting it into something creative and an outlet to share with more people. It's cool, man. I always write nasty bastards for you, but you're so good at it. You're so good at it.
Yeah,
you are.
Man. Appreciate that.
What's some of your favourites?
I think the favourite one was the was it the Duffy character?
Duffy character. That was the first one that we did, wasn't it?
First one that we did, when we filmed with Tristan. Yeah, I like that, man, because he were a real nasty fucker.
Yeah, he was.
And he pulled out his Stanley blade as well, so that were pretty mean, man. I like that one. And the most recent one as well.
Citizens Advice.
Yeah, Citizens Advice scene. Yeah, definitely, man. Being like the guy, and the other guy's coming asking me for money, and he's absolutely terrified and stuff. And I like playing around with that. Playing around with the fear and stuff. And Luca's great in that as well.
Yeah,
man.
Luke's really great.
Amazing well, so it's really good, man.
Really, really good.
Yeah.
So listen, I'm getting married. Oh, do you want me to be a bridesmaid? No. It's actually after the loan. And go to a bank, and already up to my eyeballs in debt. I ain't Citizen Advice, Jamie. Yeah, I know. I get that. And you really think you're better off owing money to me than a bank?
Where in your head is it, where do you want to go with it?
Not rushing anything at this point in time, because I've got things in my personal life that have to take priority and stuff. But certainly down the line, I'd like, when I'm in a secure position and a place to be able to do it, to start looking at going to some auditions, getting some bigger parts, and I'd love to do like some sort of like hardcore gritty drama work, BBC kind of stuff. I'd love to end up doing that. Whether or not that happens remains to be seen, but that's what I'd love to do. Definitely.
That's the goal. That's the goal.
Yeah. That kind
and talking about, you always play. Well, you do for me. Play nasty characters and stuff like that. Is there any other kind of characters that you'd like to, have a play about with?
Yeah, might maybe like to do some comedy to see if I can.
Yeah,
I don't know. Yeah, like we've done a couple of
we've done a few little bits and bats.
We'll just sort of like have a proper go at that and see if I can pull that off. Or if it's always just going to be that I play the wankers in the scenes.
I'll tell you what was quite funny though. Santa.
The
Santa scene.
I like
the Santa
that.
were good.
Fun. Good fun doing that, definitely.
Me and Ruby were talking about that on a previous episode. And just saying like how horrifically cold it was.
Oh yeah, it was sinfully cold, wasn't it?
It was.
And we had little Ute Dems from Highburton throwing stones at us and all sorts of stuff.
Oh shit! Look, I've got to go. I said I've got to go. Look, can you pick me up, please? I don't give a fuck about bingo. The fuck bingo? I need you to...
So like I think when you come when you watch shows like this and people are chatting about what their art and what they do and things like that, the most people that are watching it are the people that want to get into it, that are doing something else. Now you do something else.
Yeah.
I mean, like we all work as something else on the crew, but the idea is that a lot of times when it's videos about actors, we never really discover about the whole working actor thing.
Right, yeah.
And so, just tell us a little bit about what you do, because it'll lead us nicely into another way that we're collaborating together. What do you do for a living?
Yeah, I'm a youth worker.
Yeah.
So I work with young people. Mondays and Wednesdays are office days, but Tuesdays, Thursdays and Fridays I run sessions with the young people. Older groups on a Tuesday, youngest ones on Thursday, and then sort of middle of the age range on a Friday, which I'll just quickly mention to you is why I've got a black eye.
Oh, right. You know what? I was looking at your black eye and I thought, has Mary give him a dig?
Well, I mean, we came up with a story together of but I got a bit mouthy and shit. Yeah, no. It was it was in my middle of the age range youth group, and one of the young people had started running around in the road with a pool cue. And I went to get it off him, but I was like, give me that. But he didn't let go of it, so the thick end of it just went dunk straight on my cheekbone. And I was like,
calm.
Yeah, just give me 5 minutes. yeah. So that's what that's from. So yeah, youth working, man, that's my bag, that's what I do.
So cool. So what do you kind of, without being, too detailed, kind of like, what are the kind of people that you're working with, and what are the kind of things that you're trying to tackle?
Yeah, so we work in an area called Pelham in Halifax, which is the most deprived in the whole of Calderdale. So really hard to reach young people that have had some pretty tough home life situations and that, it's children at risk of, drugs and violence and alcohol, and they're skipping out of school and stuff like that and going down the wrong track, getting involved with antisocial behaviour and crime and that kind of stuff. Really quite hard to reach young people. The youth club that we run for them gives them a place, so it's a safe space. We feed them when they come there as well, because some of them don't get to eat at home and stuff as well. Yeah, so it's some pretty sad stories, but you see them at the youth club and they come to you with the problems and stuff, and that's what it's all about.
That's what I mean. Is that rewarding?
Yeah, massively so. It's a lot of it's sort of around, I said this to so and so, they said this back to me, and now there's this big problem, and can you help sort of mediate it and sort it out? So I mean, it's not life-changing stuff, but it's stuff that bothers them, it upsets them, and for them to come to you with these problems before they go to their own parents, it's like really rewarding.
No. Yeah. Excellent, man. Wicked. So kind of like, I just want to talk a little bit about the future.
Yeah.
You and me I don't want to talk too much about it yet.
Yeah.
But you, me, and a fantastic team of people. We've pulled a
awesome
real big team from across Yorkshire in several different industries to work together. And I suppose to give an insight, we're really taking a look at education. I think that's what it's about. Yeah. Without giving too much away, Sammy, kind of like how can you see film and education kind of helping people in areas such as the ones that you work in?
Benefits of it, man. I think just having sort of a bit of a piece that young people can see, that they can relate to sort of highlight things that they may yet come across or have already come across, to sort of think, that might be something that's going on around my area as it happens now. And using that as a way to educate them and to get them involved in the making of that as well. I think it's going to be great. So try not to give too much away.
Try not to give too much away. But that's it. Well, you know what, Sammy? It's been an absolutely lovely chat, buddy.
Yes,
it's been great having you down.
Appreciate it.
And again, I think it's really, really cool that you're late to the game in terms of. I'm always really honest, and I'm going around and I'm teaching classes of whatever age, especially when I'm with adults. I kind of say I've got such admiration for you, because I was kind of given this with a silver spoon, because I did it so young as a kid. You didn't think about it, you just did it.
Yeah.
But your own head gets in your way when you're an adult, doesn't it?
Yeah.
And it's really hard to fight against that and fight against all these barriers you've built up for yourself.
Yeah.
And so when I see even sometimes socially awkward or anxious people with bad pasts or whatever, when I see them in that drama room, I have that big, huge appreciation. And like I say, you've come in at a late age, but you're an absolute star. You really are. And we're going to be seeing a lot more of you, I'm sure. So thank you for coming down, buddy.
Thank you for having me, man. It's been great.
Appreciate
it. Thanks, Johnny.
Perfect. And that's about it for another episode of Isaac Chats. If you do want to check out some of Sammy's work, you can head over to our website, www.IsaacWho.com. There you can view more episodes of Isaac Chats, show reels, live sessions, and much more. But for now, that's about it, guys. So much love, and see you later.
See ya.